Okay, it's a little foggy, but here we are, the Royal Daphne Museum. This is Daphne, benevolent queen of the Commonwealth, in her baseball uniform and pink mining helmet, her trademarks. She's wearing her hair up lately. Used to be down with bangs, but you gotta change things up every now and then. But let's go inside. This museum was built by the grateful people of the Commonwealth with generous donations by Daphne from her personal collection. So we go inside, shut the door behind us. Oh, we got a little... This guy's not at work for some reason, again. I don't know why, but this guy's working the desk here. You pay your 1,000 caps, and you get ready to go on the tour. This guy's profusely thanking Daphne just for existing. So even before you pay your caps, you're allowed to see a few little exhibits, just little odds and ends, some special guns. There's some stuff, basically what Daphne wore, which became the hero of the Commonwealth. Her old classic look, before she went off the deep end a bit, fashion-wise, but that's what happens when you get famous. Alright, we go through, we're in the very first room of pre-war memorabilia, pre-war lies. Now, this is a two meaning, both in the literal, the false promise of the vault from the Vault Tech Man, but also Daphne isn't the real Daphne, or at least not the original Daphne. This is a synth who was made to replace Daphne, who died in the cryo chamber, as a big Vault Tech style experiment by the Institute to create a synth who could run the Institute as basically like a leader slave to the ideology, but it didn't work because though she's a synth, she is a human being. Anyway, in the display cases, we just got some little artifacts from the old world, some toys, old map of Boston, picture of what Boston looked like pre-war. Oh, look at that. One of the museum patrons arranged this for us in Daphne's name. They didn't have to do that, but they like to show their devotion. Some more pre-war stuff. And we head on through to Vault 111. This is what the Daphne believes she's hoped for. Even at the end of the game now, she doesn't know that she's a synth. She has a sort of affinity for synths, but she doesn't know that she's one herself. Only we, the viewers, know that. So we have some... These aren't Vault Tech things. This sure it is, but I'm pretty sure I swiped these from the Institute. Whoops. Okay, whatever. So this is the second diorama, or the last diorama, I should say. The whole thing was meant to be dioramas, but it got too taxing for the... this is like double past the build limit. Anyway, we come up above ground from the vault into the Commonwealth. We past the heads of the Deathclaw she bested in one of her first battles. People in the Commonwealth think it was 2 Deathclaws, but that's how legends go.
Have you heard anything about your cousin?
All right, and then we're in the Heroes of the Commonwealth display.
Nothing yet.
For the people who just supported Daphne along the way, we've got a little Unstoppables poster, an ode to the cats of the Commonwealth who help many settlements. These guys are like bitching about some dead cause I don't even know about in the background. Yeah, there's Ode to the Cats. There's Captain Ironside ship, my robot shipmate friends from the Weatherby Savings and Loan. Some vault people fighting some evil robots, of course. And there's the railway gun. Oh, we come to our first little ode to... Oh, well, no, I want to point this out. There's Kiri, my robot girlfriend. A little ode to her, since you can't have a mannequin of her. Anyway. They're the Minutemen. There's Daphne herself, and there's Preston, and 2 little Minutemen soldiers. A little display for the selfless hicks of the Commonwealth. And we go past the statue into the railroad, who I supported to the end. We've got Desdemona and Glory and Tinker Tom, and the Tinker Tom special, and a picture of the church, and a railroad class T-51. We go on over here to the Daffettes, the little people behind the scenes who help make it happen, companions. And this is like a picture of a dog, because there's no other way to represent dog meat. This is like a no mods build, Creation Club stuff, but no mods. Then we have old Longfellow here with his the skipper's last dipper. I wanted to have a little bit more of a display for him because I loved him so much, but memory constraints. And we're into the Rogues Gallery. Now here is where the tour guide would turn around and say to the kids, now don't be frightened because our hero Daphne, queen of all the land, has bested all these foes. Here's a bunch of suckers that she's dealt the final blow to, so relax kids, they can't get you. So on this side of the room, we've got the gangs display. We got the Raiders, the Gunners, the Rust Devils, and the Trappers. Some of their cooler bits of armor, I guess. The stuff that I like the most, anyway. Across the board. Got the lobster trap hat on the Trapper here, looking pretty tight. And also little loads to some of the other non-human factions, the ghouls and the mongrel dogs. And we have a mutant hound here to represent the super mutants. And then over here we have the Brotherhood of Steel. This used to be an enormous display, but I had to take out a bunch of mannequins because the game kept crashing. The employees keep talking downstairs. And here's the Institute. We've got Father and a Courser and one of the lead lab scientists. I don't think the one in black was a girl, but it's a woman here. And Synth. And there's Experiment 18A on the wall there. And we're going to go through. And here's the Nuka World gangs display of this spooky picture on the ceiling, cast in the light. So we've got Gage, we've got Mason, the leader of the pack, a guy wearing some of the cooler pack stuff. They had the best armor, so they're the only one to get a foot soldier display. Then we have the leaders of the operators and the disciples, Nisha, and I don't remember the operators' leader's name. Getting very spooky here, the Nuka gangs. Over here, there was also a big spooky picture on the ceiling. I don't know if I pointed that out. All right, speeding along so I don't go over the limit. This is the well-meaning lunatics display, and they're not super villains, really, even though, well, Cedo never was, but where else would I put him? He wasn't a hero. So we have Cedo, the jungle boy. And we have the mechanist in one of the cooler outfits in the game. I really love this design. And Lorenzo, the magnificent, the magician, the crazy ghoul magician. And there's Cedo's bat on the wall there, and there's a pack gun and pat flag. We have this poster here representing the Zeta alien that I fought in the cave. And there's this gun on the wall, a little trophy. We have an Assaultron head. That's the eye on top, and that's basically the ear pointing at us, and a little antenna on the back of the head. There's the neck stock. It's hard to tell what it is when it's not attached to the body. The Children of Adam. Oh, the spooky religious fundamentalist freakos. There's the High Inquisitor, Grand Master Flash. I can't remember his name. And a couple of Spookaloo supporters, and the armor I got for pretending to go along with them before I blew up their base. I didn't feel great about that, but I wanted some kind of perk out of Far Harbor. And here's Lorenzo, last and least. I would have liked this to be Kellogg, but I did not save Kellogg's clothes. Anyway, that's the villain. So now we're going to the Royal Gallery. Now this is what people paid to see. This is stuff from Daphne's personal collection. She's worn and held many of these things, if you can even process that. Like the Nuka Nuke launcher, fired only once, just to see a blue nuke explosion. And there's Kellogg's pistol, one of the first villains she ever bested so long ago she wasn't even saving their clothes yet. For her time spent as Grognak, a barbarian superhero. She's had various superhero identities during her time in the Commonwealth. And the Silver Shroud, with the radio there to symbolize this radio serial adventures with a silver submachine gun on the wall. We have the Broadsider, a gift from Captain Ironsides. We have just some unique, or close to unique armor anyway. That's the Vault 111 with some standard leather gear. And there's the Recon Assault Marine armor. And there's the beat up old mascot stuff from the technical school. And there is a diver suit and the Legend of Far Harbor fisherman gear. It doesn't look quite as impressive as the rest up here. And Zeke studs from the Atom Cats. When the Atom Cats begged me to join, I graciously did. Over here, we've got a couple scary Mirelurk. They're making donuts downstairs. You can hear them sizzling. Mirelurk heads. Weapons in the wall. A little laser Gatling gun. And the cryolator. And all the bobbleheads. And Captain Grandpa Savoldi? Grandpa Savoldi's hat there. He's some special Minuteman, I guess, or maybe everybody thinks he's a loser, but he's got a unique hat, so that's where it is. And here's the Captain Cosmo stuff from the Creation Club with the little Jangles the Moon Monkey and her pink armor and the robot suit and an action figure of Captain Cosmo's robot suit and the gun on the wall. And we have this is it, basically. That's the main room with all her best stuff. And then we have just a few trophies from her. She bested a Queen Mirelurk, and there's the claw on the wall, which bested like 100 Queen Mirelurks, but and there's the bear, whose name I always forget, and I've forgotten it again. I want to call it an Uru guy, but I know it's from Lord of the Rings. And then we go downstairs. Oh, it's not over yet. There's something special coming around. Oh, the donut shop. Oh, man. I think anybody in the Commonwealth's ever had a donut before? I do not think so. This is a special treat. And all the employees are here. There's the guy that works here, and
hope you ain't one of them.
a couple little Daphne mascots looking worse for the wear. You come here and you buy your donuts from the Donut Man. A little display all in there. Looking pretty cute. Pink all on theme with Daphne. And there is the donut armor with the sprinkles. Also very cute. There aren't a whole lot of power armors in here because I have a separate power armor museum where they all are. There's just a couple extras in here.
You ain't here for me.
And then finally, once you're all through and you're all like, pumped on Daphne love, and you're just so into the queen, and you're just like so willing to die for her, you realize instead of dying, you can just spend all your caps. You can get souvenirs and cosplay. You can dress like Daphne for Halloween. Look at that. Look at the Daphne comics. I really wanted all these shelves to be like just full of baseball uniforms, but I mean, the game was crashing constantly. So yeah, I wish somebody was working right now so we could buy something, but we can't. And what's in here? Staff bathroom. Not really part of the tour, but she just clothes herself in the bathroom. Let's close that up. Yeah, so a little arcade machine, and that's the grand tour. And you come out here, and the last thing you see is a pair of glasses. She used to wear glasses all the time, and damn automatic door, and helmet. And these are really worn by Daphne. Really, really. She really just put them on for a second or two, but just to say they were worn. But still, it gives the people of the Commonwealth a thrill, you know, to be so close to her, and yet so far away. So that's the museum build. That's Daphne. Doot doot doot.